Despite the fact she was receiving services from New Jersey, and we didn't know as children that she was receiving these services, um, she was not providing for us. I know that she used to make us wear underwear and clothes from elderly white people that passed away in her Kingdom Hall. She would go to the Kingdom Hall and lie and tell them that, oh, my niece's children were found in the apartment sleeping on the floor with a dog, nursing the dog, because they were so hungry, and now I have responsibility for them. I took them into my home, and I need this for them and I need that for them. And they started donating clothes and things like that to her. And I don't know why she was going in line like that, because my grandmother was a very well-to-do woman. She owned an apartment building, and before my grandfather passed away, they owned a grocery store. So they were um, upper middle class, or I really don't know their salary, but I knew they were well to do. And every Christmas, my grandmother would take us to her home for a Christmas week, or whatever they had school out of whatever she did. We were there with her for a whole week, and she would provide us with a whole new wardrobe, from the underwear to the jackets, the dresses. It was just enough until she came to get us for Easter. And she did it again, provided us with a new wardrobe for the spring and the summer. But she would go to these people and tell them that we didn't have anything to wear, and she would get these clothes, which I call dead white people clothes, because I could still smell their sweat on some of these clothes, some of the outfits that she forced us to wear. I remember having to wear the panties, and because they were too big, I had to tie them on the side, and you could see the print in my clothes. It was always this little print of the underwear being tied on the side. And she would make us go to school like that. She would make us attend her meetings like that with the Jehovah Witness, and she just humiliated us for that state money. I mean, we didn't know at the time until my older sister became, I think she was like 10, when she discovered that they were getting state money for us. That was like 2 years after we had been with them already. And she started to blackmail my aunt. And that was the only way she was receiving school clothes, because they wouldn't buy us school clothes. Our school shopping was in the Kingdom Hall, in the Lost and Found, or in School Lost and Found, and things like that. And that was devastating for me, to go from wearing children's clothes that you would only see the Kennedys wearing, until to shopping into Lost and Found, of wearing dead white women's clothes, where you could smell the dandruff or the dirtiness of their body on the clothes, no matter how much you washed them. And she didn't use a washing machine. She made us wash them by our hands. So to this day, I'm still kind of washing some of my items out with hands because of that. But yes, all of that takes a lot out on a child. I grew up afraid to be in a house that's dirty, because she was a hoarder. She was an absolute hoarder, and her husband hated it, but she ruled him, and he couldn't do nothing about it. But yes, let's get back to the state money. She received state money for all three of us, and at one point I found out she was trying to get SSI. I didn't even know it existed back then. She was trying to get SSI services for me, and they couldn't give it to her, because I guess I passed some evaluation. She got it for my younger sister, but she wasn't using it for her. She would go to these Jehovah Witnesses and get like items that didn't make sense. Like, she forced my younger sister to wear bowling shoes to school for years, and I didn't find out until these children were teasing us. They started to tease us, and they were like, "That's why your sister wear bowling ball shoes to school," because she went to another school. They had her in a school for special needs, like mentally disabled, like seriously mentally disabled, because the school I was in, they had a special need um, in my class, Billy, but I don't know where they had my sister, but she was not in the regular public school. Hi, I am Miss Mbe, and this is my journey finally being able to talk about how I was kidnapped at 5 years old on Christmas Eve in 1969 from Brooklyn, New York, and taken to East Orange, New Jersey for 5 years, and then Toms River, New Jersey for 5 years, and then kicked out on the street like a baggage, like garbage nobody wanted anymore. Please come back and join me and dialogue with me and help me unpack all of the emotions that I have held in for all these years. Thank you, and stay great.